Question 1. Which device is commonly called a Layer 3 switch because it performs both switching and routing functions? A. Hub. B. Station. C. Bridge. D. Router. Correct answer. D. Router. Router is a device that enables both switching and routing functions, allowing it to forward data based on IP addresses while also managing network traffic efficiently. This makes it commonly referred to as a Layer 3 switch, as it operates at both Layer 2 and Layer 3 of the OSI model. By integrating routing capabilities into a switch-like architecture, a router helps optimize network performance and enables communication between different VLANs without requiring an external routing device. Question 2. In wireless networking, which type of wireless frame is responsible for establishing and maintaining the connection with the access point? A. Beacon frame. B. Management frame. C. Data frame. D. Control frame. Correct answer. B. Management frame. In wireless networking, management frames are responsible for establishing and maintaining the connection with the access point. These frames handle various tasks, such as initiating connections, maintaining the connection state, and managing the association and disassociation processes between the wireless client and the access point. Question 3. Where is the most efficient location to place the DHCP server in a typical enterprise network to ensure proper IP address allocation to client devices? A. Distribution layer. B. Data center. C. Core layer. D. Access layer. Correct answer. B. Data center. DHCP server should be placed in the data center because it provides a centralized and scalable approach to IP address allocation across the enterprise network. This placement ensures high availability, security, and easier management while allowing devices from different network segments to receive proper IP addresses through DHCP relay agents. Question 4. Which term in network management refers to delaying packets in order to smooth traffic flow? A. Marking. B. Shaping. C. Queuing. D. Congestion avoidance. Correct answer. B. Shaping. Traffic shaping is a network management technique that delays packets to regulate traffic flow and ensure smoother transmission. It controls bandwidth usage by buffering excess packets and sending them at a controlled rate, preventing network congestion and improving overall performance. Question 5. In Ansible, which type of JSON file is used to specify the desired configuration tasks for managing nodes? A. Variable. B. Role. C. Playbook. D. Module. Correct answer. C. Playbook. In Ansible, a playbook is a JSON or YAML file that defines a series of configuration tasks to be executed on managed nodes. Playbooks contain plays, which specify tasks, roles, and variables to automate infrastructure management. Question 6. In a Cisco software-defined access network, which device serves as the counterpart to a traditional Layer 2 access point, providing wireless clients with network connectivity? A. Fabric Control Node. B. Fabric Border Node. C. Fabric Extended Node. D. Fabric Wireless Controller. Correct answer. D. Fabric Wireless Controller. Fabric Wireless Controller in a Cisco Software-Defined Access SDA network serves as the counterpart to a traditional Layer 2 access point by managing wireless access and integrating wireless clients into the SDA fabric. It ensures seamless policy enforcement, segmentation, and mobility for wireless users while maintaining centralized control over access points. Question 7. Which component in a Terraform configuration file defines the desired state of the infrastructure? A. Outputs. B. Resource blocks. C. Providers. D. Variables. Correct answer. B. Resource blocks. In Terraform, resource blocks define the desired state of the infrastructure. These blocks specify what components, for example, virtual machines, databases, networks, should be created or managed, including their configurations. Terraform uses these blocks to compare the current state of the infrastructure with the desired state and make changes as needed. Question 8. Which security measure is employed to manage access to a network access point? A. SSID broadcasting. B. Admin password. C. WPA2 password. D. AC address filtering. Correct answer. C. WPA2 password. WPA2, Wi-Fi Protected Access 2, is a security protocol that requires a password to authenticate and connect to a wireless network. This ensures that only authorized users can access the network, providing a strong layer of security for your Wi-Fi access point. Question 9. What type of firewall is intended to filter traffic based on the source IP address using defined rule numbers? A. Application Layer Firewall. B. Proxy Firewall. C. Stateful Inspection Firewall. D. Packet Filtering Firewall. Correct answer. D. Packet Filtering Firewall. Packet filtering firewalls operate at the network layer, Layer 3 of the OSI model. They inspect incoming and outgoing packets and make decisions to allow or block traffic based on predefined rules, such as source and destination IP addresses, protocol types, and port numbers. Question 10. What type of software is designed specifically to detect and exploit vulnerabilities in computer systems? A. Exploit. B. Vulnerability. C. Threat. D. Mitigation technique. Correct answer. A. Exploit. Exploit is a piece of software or code designed to take advantage of vulnerabilities in a system, allowing attackers to gain unauthorized access or execute malicious actions. This enables cybercriminals to compromise systems, steal sensitive data, or disrupt operations by leveraging security weaknesses. Question 11. In network security, what does the CIA triad represent? A. Confidentiality, integrity, and authorization. B. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability. C. Confidentiality, identity, and availability. D. Confidentiality, integrity, and authentication. Correct answer? B. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The CIA triad is a fundamental model in network security that represents confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality ensures that sensitive data is accessible only to authorized users. Integrity guarantees that data remains accurate and unaltered. Availability ensures that authorized users can access data and systems when needed. Question 12. Which command provides detailed information about the configured network security policies? A. Security policy. 1. Permit any. B. Show security policies. C. Show IP route. D. Show IP interface brief. Correct answer. B. Show security policies. Show security policies is a command that provides detailed information about the configured network security policies, including access control lists, firewall roles, and other security settings. This ensures that administrators can review and verify security configurations, helping to maintain network protection and troubleshoot security-related issues effectively. Question 13. Which security process focuses on tracking and logging a user's actions for future analysis? A. Accounting. B. Authorization. C. Allocation. D. Authentication. Correct answer. A. Accounting. Accounting is the security process that focuses on tracking and logging a user's actions for future analysis. This ensures that all activities, such as logins, file access, and system changes, are recorded, helping with auditing, compliance, and detecting suspicious behavior. Question 14. What type of packets do routers send to maintain neighbor relationships in EIGRP? A. Reply. B. Hello. C. Query. D. Update. Correct answer. B. Hello. Hello packets are used by routers in EIGRP to establish and maintain neighbor relationships by periodically exchanging these packets on active interfaces. This ensures that neighboring routers remain aware of each other's presence, allowing the EIGRP topology to remain updated and stable. Question 15. Which device is used to perform inspection of network traffic while keeping track of its state? A. Access point. B. Switch. C. Wireless controller. D. Firewall. Correct answer. D. Firewall. Firewalls perform stateful inspection of traffic by tracking the state of active connections. They maintain a state table that records details about ongoing connections, such as IP addresses and ports. When a packet arrives, the firewall checks this table to ensure the packet is part of an established connection before allowing it through. Question 16. Which command on a Cisco router displays the routing table? A. Ping. B. Show running config. C. Show IP interface. D. Show IP route. Correct answer. D. Show IP route. The Show IP route command is used on a Cisco router to display the routing table. This command provides detailed information about the routes that the router has learned and is using to forward IP traffic. Question 17. In which scenario is a hub more beneficial than a switch? A. When the network requires VLAN segmentation. B. When the network needs to minimize collisions and improve efficiency. C. When security is a priority and advanced features are needed. D. When the network has very few devices and the administrator requires minimal configuration. Correct answer. D. When the network has very few devices and the administrator requires minimal configuration. A hub is a basic networking device that broadcasts data to all connected devices, making it suitable for small networks with minimal traffic. Unlike switches, Hubs do not manage network traffic efficiently, but they are simple to set up and require no configuration, making them useful in very basic networking scenarios. Question 18. What capability does a next-generation IPS offer that traditional IPS devices usually do not? A. User identity awareness. B. Threat isolation. C. Signature-based detection. D. Pattern matching. Correct answer. A. User identity awareness. Next-generation intrusion prevention systems, NGIPS, provide advanced features beyond those of traditional IPS devices. One key capability that NGIPS offer is user identity awareness. This feature allows NGIPS to correlate security events with specific users, enhancing visibility and control over network activity. Question 19. A network engineer is creating a cybersecurity training session for employees to help them recognize different threats, such as malware and phishing attacks. Which aspect of a security program is being highlighted? A. Intrusion detection. B. Firewall configuration. C. Incident response. D. Awareness. Correct answer. D. Awareness. Security awareness training educates employees about various cyber threats, including malware, phishing, and social engineering attacks. It helps users recognize and respond appropriately to potential security risks, reducing the likelihood of successful attacks. Question 20. Which firewall rule configuration would permit all traffic through the firewall? A. Permit all inbound. B. Allow from any to any. C. Policy allow any to any. D. Firewall allow all. Correct answer. B. Allow from any to any. The rule allow from any to any is a common firewall configuration that permits unrestricted traffic flow between all sources and destinations. This effectively disables firewall protection by allowing all inbound and outbound traffic. Question 21. Which security method involves a trusted server issuing client certificates for encrypted communication? A. Firewall. B. Two-factor authentication. C. Public key infrastructure. D. Symmetric encryption. Correct answer. C. Public key infrastructure. Public key infrastructure, PKI, is a security method that involves a trusted certificate authority issuing client certificates for encrypted communication. PKI enables secure authentication, encryption, and digital signatures by using asymmetric cryptography, ensuring data confidentiality and integrity in network communications. Question 22. Which command is used to enable port security on a Cisco switch? A. Port security enable. B. Security port enable. C. Switch port mode security. D. Switch port security. Correct answer. D. Switch port security. The switch port security command is used to enable port security on a Cisco switch interface. This feature restricts the number of MAC addresses allowed on a port, preventing unauthorized devices from accessing the network. After enabling port security, additional parameters such as maximum MAC addresses, violation actions, and sticky MAC addresses can be configured. Question 23. Which of the following security protocols is used by VPNs to ensure data privacy and integrity during transmission? A. SSL, B. IPsec, C. WPA2, D. PPTP. Correct answer. B. IPsec. IPsec is a security protocol used by VPNs to ensure data privacy and integrity during transmission by encrypting and authenticating network traffic at the IP layer. This ensures that data remains confidential and unaltered while being transmitted over untrusted networks, making IPsec a widely used protocol for secure site-to-site and remote access VPNs. Question 24. Which security concept identifies a device attempting to connect to a network? A. Device automation. B. Device authorization. C. Device accounting. D. Device authentication. Correct answer? D. Device authentication. Device authentication is the security concept that verifies a device attempting to connect to a network by confirming its identity, using credentials such as certificates, MAC addresses, or other authentication methods. This ensures that only authorized devices can access network resources, enhancing security and preventing unauthorized access. Question 25. Which type of cyber attack targets the monitoring or interception of sensitive information from the communications of high-ranking officials? A. Whaling, B. Vishing, C. Farming, D. Smishing. Correct answer, A. Whaling. Whaling is a cyber attack that targets high-ranking officials by attempting to monitor or intercept their sensitive communications. It is a specialized form of phishing that focuses on executives, government officials, or other influential individuals to steal confidential data, credentials, or financial information. Question 26. Which term refers to software specifically designed to detect, prevent, and remove malicious code? A. Spyware, B. Adware, C. Firewall, D. Antivirus. Correct answer. D. Antivirus. Antivirus refers to software specifically designed to detect, prevent, and remove malicious code such as viruses, worms, and trojans. It scans files and programs for known malware signatures and uses heuristic analysis to identify new threats, helping to protect systems from infections. Question 27. A network engineer needs to configure a router setting that automatically learns and adds IP addresses to a list of trusted IPs for firewall filtering. Which command accomplishes this? A. IP firewall security violation. B. IP access list standard. C. IP firewall security maximum. D. IP firewall security trusted, IP sticky. Correct answer. D. IP firewall security trusted, IP sticky. The command IP firewall security trusted, IP sticky allows a router to automatically learn and add IP addresses to a list of trusted IPs for firewall filtering. This ensures that known, legitimate IP addresses are dynamically recognized and permitted while enhancing security by limiting access to trusted sources. Question 28. Which feature of Cisco CCNA enables automated configuration changes based on policy modifications? A. Path trace. B. Encrypted traffic analysis. C. Plug and play. D. Network time travel. Correct answer, C. Plug and play. Plug and play, PNP, is a feature of Cisco DNA Center that allows devices to be automatically provisioned and configured when they are connected to the network. By simply connecting Cisco devices to the network, PNP automatically applies pre-configured settings and policies, eliminating the need for manual setup. Question 29. In Ansible, which type of file contains a sequential list of tasks to be executed? A. Module. B. Inventory. C. Playbook. D. Role. Correct answer, C. Playbook. Ansible Playbook is a file that contains a sequential list of tasks to be executed. It is written in YAML format and is used to automate system configurations, deployments, and management tasks. This ensures that complex workflows can be executed consistently across multiple machines, reducing manual effort and minimizing configuration errors. Question 30. In the realm of network programmability, which plane is responsible for executing commands that modify the behavior of network devices? A. Management. B. Data. C. Application. D. Control. Correct answer, D. Control. The control plane is responsible for making decisions about how traffic should be forwarded and modifying the behavior of network devices accordingly. It manages routing protocols, topology information, and forwarding rules, then instructs the data plane on how to handle packets. Question 31. In which plane of a router does the action of forwarding a packet to its destination IP address occur? A. Management. B. Data. C. Control. D. NBI. Correct answer, B. Data. The data plane, forwarding plane, is responsible for forwarding packets from one network interface to another based on the destination IP address. This involves examining the packet headers and making forwarding decisions based on the routing table, ensuring the packet reaches its correct destination. Question 32. Where in the Cisco switch's GUI can an administrator find the idle timeout field to modify the default VLAN idle timeout setting? A. Logs. B. Interface settings. C. Management. D. QoS. Correct answer, C. Management. The idle timeout field can be found in the Management section of a Cisco switch's GUI, where administrators can adjust the default VLAN idle timeout setting. This setting determines how long an inactive session remains open before timing out, helping to enhance security and resource management. By modifying the idle timeout, network administrators can optimize switch performance while ensuring that inactive connections do not consume unnecessary resources. Question 33. What is the primary configuration required on a switch to enable remote management via SSH? A. VLAN ID. B. IP address. C. Port speed. D. Host name. Correct answer, B. IP address. IP address is a configuration setting that allows a switch to be accessible over the network for remote management via SSH, ensuring administrators can securely connect to the device using an encrypted connection. This enables remote configuration, monitoring, and troubleshooting without requiring physical access to the switch. Question 34. Which network device port is used for out-of-band management and facilitates configuration through serial communication? A. Redundancy port. B. Service port. C. Ethernet port. D. Console port. Correct answer. D. Console port. Console port is used for out-of-band management, allowing network administrators to configure and manage a device through serial communication. This port provides direct access to the device's command line interface and is typically used for initial setup, troubleshooting, and maintenance tasks. Using a console port ensures that administrators can manage the device even if the network is down or inaccessible. Question 35. Which command will provide a summary of the status of router interfaces, including their IP address, status, and protocol? A. Show interfaces. B. Show IP protocols. C. Show version. D. Show IP interface brief. Correct answer. D. Show IP interface brief. The command Show IP interface brief provides a summary of the status of router interfaces, including their IP address, status, up, down, and protocol, up, down. This command is useful for quickly checking the overall status of all interfaces on the router, providing essential information at a glance. Question 34. What is the purpose of using private IPv4 addressing on a network? A. Enables communication between private networks over the Internet. B. Allows servers and workstations to communicate beyond public network borders. C. Helps reduce the size of the routing table on network routers. D. Offers an additional layer of protection against exposure to the Internet. Correct answer. D. Offers an additional layer of protection against exposure to the Internet. A private IP address is an address that cannot be directly accessed from outside the internal network. It helps protect devices using private IP addresses from external threats. Since only devices on the same local network can communicate directly with each other. If a device on the internal network wants to access the Internet, it must go through a NAT, network address translation device, usually a router, where the private IP address is converted to a public IP address before sending data out. NAT helps protect the internal network by hiding the internal network structure from the Internet. Question 37. What do standard access lists use as their basis? A. Destination address and subnet mask, and source address and subnet mask. B. Destination address and wildcard mask. C. Source address and wildcard mask. D. Source address and subnet mask. Correct answer. D. Source address and subnet mask. Standard access lists focus on controlling network traffic based on the source IP address and use a wildcard mask to define the range of source addresses. This simplifies traffic filtering, especially in cases where basic and uncomplicated control is required. Question 38. A network administrator needs to configure a switch to detect network threats, identify unauthorized devices, and analyze traffic flow. What specific mode should the switch be set to? A. Sniffer. B. Flex Connect. C. Monitor. D. Local. Correct answer. C. Monitor. In monitor mode, the switch is configured to passively listen to network traffic, detect potential security threats, and analyze traffic flow without actively interfering with the network. This mode allows the network administrator to identify unauthorized devices, analyze network behavior, and ensure that security policies are being followed. Question 39. Which capability is available in OSPF but not in RIP? A. Flat network design. B. Hop count. C. Distance vector routing. D. Hierarchical network design. Correct answer. D. Hierarchical network design. OSPF, Open Shortest Path First, supports hierarchical network design through the use of areas. This allows for the segmentation of the OSPF network into different areas, which improves scalability and reduces routing overhead. The network is typically organized with a backbone area, Area 0, and other areas, making the OSPF network more efficient. RIP, Routing Information Protocol, on the other hand, is a simpler distance vector routing protocol that does not support hierarchical designs. It works by using hop count as its metric, but it lacks the ability to divide the network into areas like OSPF. Question 40. What does a router do when it receives a packet for a network that is not present in its routing table? A. Sends a redirect message to the sender. B. Discards the packet. C. Sends it to the default route. D. Sends it to all interfaces. Correct answer. C. Sends it to the default route. When a router receives a packet for a destination network not present in its routing table, it checks if a default route 0.0.0.0/0 is configured. If a default route exists, the router forwards the packet to the specified next hop gateway. This is commonly used in internet-bound traffic or networks with a single upstream connection. Question 41. In which layer of Cisco's three-layer hierarchical architecture are VLANs mainly used? A. Access. B. Distribution. C. Aggregation. D. Core. Correct answer A. Access. In Cisco's three-layer hierarchical network architecture, VLANs, virtual local area networks, are primarily used at the access layer, where end devices such as computers, printers, and IP phones connect to the network. VLANs at this layer help segment traffic, improve security, and optimize network performance by reducing broadcast domains. Question 42. Which OSI model layer is responsible for end-to-end communication and ensuring error-free data delivery? A. Layer 2, B. Layer 3, C. Layer 4, D. Layer 5. Correct answer C. Layer 4. The transport layer, Layer 4, of the OSI model is responsible for end-to-end communication between devices and ensuring error-free data delivery. It achieves this through segmentation, flow control, error detection, and retransmission mechanisms. The two primary protocols at this layer are TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, provides reliable connection-oriented communication with error checking and retransmission. UDP, User Datagram Protocol, provides faster, connectionless communication without guaranteed delivery. Question 43. Which WLAN, Wireless LAN Security Protocol, uses a temporary key to encrypt data in order to prevent packet sniffing and eavesdropping? A. WPA2. B. Open. C. WAP. D. WPA. Correct answer D. WPA. Wi-Fi Protected Access, WPA, uses a temporary key, TKIP, Temporal Key Integrity Protocol, to encrypt data, making it more secure than wired equivalent privacy, WEP by dynamically changing encryption keys for each packet. This prevents packet sniffing and eavesdropping, improving security. Question 44. What is the primary purpose of automation tools like Jenkins, Travis CI, and Circle CI? A. Configuration management. B. Network troubleshooting. C. Digital forensics. D. Continuous integration. Correct answer D. Continuous integration. Jenkins, Travis CI, and Circle CI are automation tools designed primarily for continuous integration. They help developers automate the building, testing, and deployment of software by integrating code changes frequently and ensuring that updates do not break the application. Question 45. Which type of action is carried out at the control plane in software-defined networking? A. Data packet inspection. B. Packet decryption. C. Routing table updates. D. Log file analysis. Correct answer C. Routing table updates. In software-defined networking, the control plane is responsible for making decisions about how data packets are handled. This includes functions such as routing table updates, where the control plane determines the best paths for forwarding packets and updates the forwarding tables accordingly. Question 46. Which traffic management technique should a network engineer configure to ensure email packets are queued rather than discarded during periods of high traffic? A. Policing. B. Marking. C. Shaping. D. Classification. Correct answer C. Shaping. Traffic shaping is a traffic management technique that delays and smooths outgoing traffic to ensure that packets, such as email traffic, are queued instead of being discarded during periods of network congestion. This prevents packet loss while maintaining consistent data flow. Question 47. Which router interface is primarily responsible for handling incoming and outgoing traffic for Internet connectivity? A. WAN interface. B. Loopback interface. C. VLAN interface. D. LAN interface. Correct answer A. WAN interface. The WAN, Wide Area Network, interface is primarily responsible for handling incoming and outgoing traffic for Internet connectivity. This interface connects the router to external networks, such as the Internet, via a service provider. It typically handles IP routing, NAT, network address translation, and traffic management to ensure that data can flow between the local network and the outside world. Question 48. Which command is used to assign a VLAN to a switch port? A. Interface VLAN 10. B. Port VLAN 10. C. VLAN Access 10. D. Switch port access VLAN 10. Correct answer D. Switch port access VLAN 10. The switch port access VLAN 10 command is used to assign a switch port to VLAN 10, ensuring that any device connected to the port becomes part of that VLAN. This allows for proper VLAN segmentation, enabling network traffic isolation and improved security. Question 49. What can be inferred if a router is configured with two distinct VLAN interfaces? A. 2 broadcast domains. B. At least 2 trunks. C. 2 subnets. D. 2 collision domains. Correct answer A. 2 broadcast domains. If a router is configured with two distinct VLAN interfaces, it indicates the presence of two broadcast domains. Each VLAN interface is associated with a separate VLAN, which means that broadcast traffic within one VLAN is contained and does not propagate to the other VLAN. This isolation of broadcast domains helps improve network performance by reducing unnecessary broadcast traffic, enhancing security, and allowing for better management of network resources. Question 50. A network administrator wants to configure a switch interface to operate in full duplex mode. Which command is used to enable full duplex mode on the interface? A. Speed 100. B. No shutdown. C. Interface gig 0/1. D. Duplex full. Correct answer D. Duplex full. To configure a switch interface to operate in full duplex mode, the network administrator needs to enter interface configuration mode and use the duplex full command. This command sets the interface to full duplex, allowing it to send and receive data simultaneously, which enhances network performance by doubling the effective bandwidth.
Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful for you, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more practice questions and tips.